For centuries, traditional Indian medicine has treated this rare root, Safed Musli, as like an almost magical cure-all.
Right, for everything from sheer muscle weakness to, well, erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, exactly. But when you put this legendary herb under a modern microscope, the magic actually turns out to be a very specific set of hormone-mimicking chemicals.
It is definitely not just an old wives' tale.
Yeah, right. Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome to your custom deep dive. Today, our mission is to explore Safed Musli, which is a cornerstone of Ayurveda and Unani medicine.
And we really want to separate its legendary folklore from actual cellular biology today.
Exactly. So if you have ever wondered how ancient botanical remedies hold up against modern clinical scrutiny, well, this deep dive is for you.
It's a perfect case study, really. I mean, when you dig into the chemistry, you stop looking at ancient mythology and start looking at complex endocrine interactions.
Which is wild to think about.
Yeah, people hear the word root and they think it's something passive. But biologically speaking, this plant is aggressively interacting with the human body.
Right, and to understand the massive demand for this plant, we have to look at those chemical mechanisms. Because, according to research, the benefits of Safed Musli stem from some really heavy-hitting active compounds.
Well, absolutely.
Like, we're seeing animal models demonstrating a significant drop in systemic inflammation. And that is alongside testosterone-boosting effects that actually ramp up sexual activity in these animals.
Yeah, what's fascinating here is the mechanism driving all of that. The roots are just packed with high levels of saponins.
Saponins, right.
Right, and these are compounds that are structurally incredibly similar to our own reproductive hormones. So rather than just acting as like a mild stimulant, the plant's chemicals are essentially attempting to dock with and influence the biological pathways that regulate hormones and inflammation.
Wow. But, I mean, we have to look closely at the subjects of those preliminary studies, right? Because they are primarily rats and mice.
Yes, exactly. That is a huge caveat.
It feels a bit like watching a movie trailer for a film that hasn't been shot yet. You get the highlight reel, like the reduced swelling and the hormonal surges, but the actual human story is missing?
That is a great way to put it.
So why shouldn't we immediately assume these saponins will perfectly plug into human hormone receptors?
Well, because the sheer scale of the biological gap is just massive.
Right, a rat is not a tiny human.
Exactly. While the animal model proves the plant's saponins possess real biological activity, a rat's metabolic rate is vastly different from ours. Its hormonal feedback loops and the specific ways its liver synthesizes plant chemicals are just not the same.
So we can't blindly project those preliminary reactions onto the highly complex system of a human body.
No, we really cannot. We have to view these claims with a healthy dose of skepticism until we get reliable human trials.
Which makes the few human trials we do actually have incredibly important to analyze, particularly regarding physical performance.
Yes, the performance data is super interesting.
Because when researchers finally put Safed Musli to the test over a 2-month trial in healthy adults, the results were surprisingly targeted. According to research, supplementing for 60 days actually increased walking and cycling speeds.
It did, yeah. But noticeably, however, the same trial failed to show any improvement in hand grip strength.
Wait, really? So it helped with walking, but not grip strength?
Right. It suggests that the biological interaction here is favoring cardiovascular stamina and endurance pathways.
Yeah.
It is not really stimulating raw, explosive muscle fiber growth.
Ah, got it. So it's definitely not just an instant muscle pill.
No, definitely not.
And while we are managing expectations here, we have to note that there is currently insufficient clinical evidence to support its use in treating obesity or diabetes or even erectile dysfunction.
Yeah, despite what the historical legend promises, right?
Yeah.
The danger of that missing data is that people are substituting ancient folklore for clinical trials.
Which is risky.
Extremely. And skipping past that missing data leads us straight into a much more urgent problem, which is dosing safety.
Exactly. I mean, the current consensus is that taking Safed Musli root by mouth is, quote-unquote, possibly safe for up to 60 days, but possibly safe is doing a lot of heavy lifting there.
It really is.
We are dealing with unmapped plant hormones here. Can you clarify the risks for us?
Well, first off, pregnant and breastfeeding individuals must avoid this completely. There simply isn't reliable data ensuring these compounds won't cross the placental barrier.
Or pass through breast milk, I assume?
Exactly. We don't know if it could disrupt fetal development, so it is a hard no.
Wow, okay. Furthermore, because we lack comprehensive human trials, there's no scientifically established standard dose.
Right, you can't just guess your intake based on the size of the plastic scoop in whatever supplement tub you buy online.
Right, like more is not necessarily better.
Not at all. Proper dosing requires factoring in your age, baseline metabolic health, and concurrent medications. So listeners, consulting a healthcare professional isn't just boilerplate advice, it is an absolute necessity.
Because natural does not automatically mean safe.
Exactly. These are potent chemicals demanding respect.
So to summarize, Safed Musli remains an undeniably intriguing botanical. It clearly possesses genuine biological activity with real potential for anti-inflammatory and endurance benefits.
Even as the clinical science is still playing catch-up, yeah.
Right. But zooming out, that massive surge in popularity has created a very real-world consequence.
Yeah, it is actually quite sad. Due to intense global demand and overharvesting, Safed Musli is now a threatened species worldwide.
Which is just a wild reality to leave you with. We are literally driving a plant to the brink of extinction before science has even fully proven its benefits.
Is a lot to process.
It leaves you with a fascinating tension to mull over. How do we reconcile our modern hunger for ancient wellness remedies with the sheer ecological footprint of harvesting them?
It's definitely something to think about the next time you are browsing the supplement aisle.